Pictures up.
Pictures up.
Pictures up. Let's roll sound. Rolling.
Rolling.
Hi, and welcome to Meet Me in the Movies Open Dialogue. This is Thomas Manning, and today I'm really excited to be sharing with you my recent conversation with two incredible talents, Oscar-winner Daniel Kaluuya and Kane Robinson, a rapper, songwriter, and actor, also known as Kano. We're talking about their new project, The Kitchen, a film on Netflix. This is actually Daniel Kaluuya's first time co-directing a feature. He directs alongside Kibwe Tavares, who is a filmmaker who also has an extensive background in architecture, which really informs the story thematically and visually, and pretty much on all filmmaking and storytelling levels, that architecture is very significant to this film. And it was a really fascinating conversation hearing Daniel and Kano just talk about how that informed their decisions as filmmakers and actors on this project. And it was great 5-minute segment with them, and I really appreciated their time. And it's just a privilege anytime we get to do these. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Once again, as we speak with Daniel Kaluuya and Kane Robinson, also known as Kano, about the film The Kitchen on Netflix. Hope you enjoy. Daniel and Kane, it's great to meet you. My name is Thomas Manning with Meet Me in the Movies. I really appreciate your time today.
Good to meet you too, man.
You too.
Yeah. And I'll get right to it. And this first question is for the both of you. So looking to the community of characters in The Kitchen, every decision they make throughout the movie is informed by their connection to their home. So for the two of you, how have your homes and communities continued to be an important part in who you are as people and artists?
For me, it's about it's who I represent. I feel like when I step out, I feel very connected to London, the London community, London culture. I feel very connected to the black community, black culture, and yeah, I want to represent that and be unapologetically myself through that lens and where I've come from and what I've been brought up in. So yeah.
Yeah, and for me the same. I feel I'm very much a Londoner. No matter where I go around the world, I'm still a Londoner. You know, if London had a flag, it would be outside my house hanging. You know, I'm London patriotic, but also my family came over from Jamaica, Windrush generation. My nan and my mum was born there, so although they moved to London, there was so much Jamaican influences in my household, and I feel like growing up in that, I carry that with me, in my personality and in my choices creatively, in my musical tastes, and just artistically generally. So that's definitely a part of me as well.
And Daniel, you've worked with so many brilliant directors in your career as an actor, and I imagine that there's a ton of filmmaking knowledge you've gained during this time, and that you've learned something unique from each director. So looking to The Kitchen, you're co-directing the film along with Kibwe, who has an extensive background in architecture, and that's reflected in the stories he tells as a filmmaker. So specifically in terms of the thematic significance of architecture in The Kitchen, what did you learn from your experience collaborating with Kibwe that you will take with you moving forward in your career, both in front of the camera and behind the camera?
I think it's really just tapping into something I had as a kid, to be honest, is using my imagination. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes when you're making up something, you can give yourself limits, and which is kind of strange. You know what I'm saying? There's no budget on imagination. So then I think working with Kibwe and building this world, we just was like, well then, what could we imagine? I mean, what would look cool? What would be amazing? Because we're not trying to do the kind of really shiny, massive. We want to make it intimate. We want to make something big and intimate. We want to make something that feels connected. And it's just how you can express that and how you can tell the story through the visual language of cinema, essentially.
And Kane, is there anything you'd like to add about that from your experience as an actor and what you gained from Kibwe's direction and vision?
No, it was just amazing working with them both. Kibwe, I spoke to, at the beginning, and he showed me the world, and it was like something I had never seen before, you know. And, you know, growing up and liking British films, I never really seen something as ambitious as this, you know. And I knew it was going to speak to, like, specifically to a London community, but also have global appeal at the same time. And that's what really intrigued me about the project, and to see if it could be executed. Then having a lot of chats with Daniel and then working with him on set, I learned so much, you know, so much. We all learned during this process. It's Daniel's, you know, directorial debut, so Kibwe's as well, first feature film, me, first feature film as a lead, so we was all learning by helping each other.
Well, I know we've got to wrap here, but Daniel and Kane, I can't thank you enough for your time, and hope you have a great afternoon, and hope we share more conversations in the future.
Appreciate that, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And action!